Good morning, crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm Georgia, and I am so happy that you are stopping by. Hey, listen, if you're new to our YouTube channel, would you go ahead and take this moment to subscribe and click that little bell, ring that bell, and that way you're notified anytime that we have a video. And we would love for you to join in our sunflower family. We're very excited today. We are using Floral Essence as our stamp set. Now, we also created a video on Monday and we posted that on YouTube. So I'll link at the end of this video our other video so you can go check it out. I think you're really going to like it too. Today, like I said, we are using the Floral Essence. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started with our sayings, right?
Patricia and Susan are here.
Hey, Patricia. Hey, Susan. So happy you girls could stop by. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's check out these sayings for the day so it can put us in the right mood. Okay, here we go. Hey, Teresa. What you create doesn't have to be perfect, just enjoy it. So, hey, what I want to tell you, if I make mistakes and it's less than perfect, let's just enjoy it and have a good time, right? Okay, but you know, I have to have another one too, right? So here's our other one. I'm not a craft hoarder. I'm the curator of an extensive private craft supply collection. Do you feel like that? Oh my goodness, I bought all these supplies with the new catalog and I'm thinking, yikes! Oh my goodness. Hey, don't forget, Maudie, my sister, is over there wanting to chat with you. If you have any questions, she's there to answer all your questions. Well, you know, today we are making an easy card and a stepped up card. So let's look at our easy card because we want to make the stepped up card together. Look at this. Oh, I don't know about you, but I just absolutely love this card. Now look what it does. It opens up and you have plenty of room to write your message. This is just put on some punched out circles. This is the saying that comes with the stamp set. Of course, these are the flowers. These are the leaves, and I just colored them in. And yummy, look at this designer series paper. Don't you love it? This comes in the 6x6 pack, and it is called Flowers for Every Season. And oh my goodness, does it have some beautiful paper. Let's just take a moment and look at that. Of course, this has all the new in colors, right? So we have cinnamon, jade, magenta, and bumblebee. Look at those beautiful colors. Oh, and you know, I personally, my favorite of the in colors, mine is cinnamon. I love this. Well, I don't know. No, cinnamon and bumblebee. What is your favorite color from the in colors, the new in colors? Let us know. And here's the other side. Don't you love it? I love it. Now, if you're joining us from the rebroadcast, please go ahead and comment. We love to read your comments, and we love to help you participate. And don't forget, remember, subscribe to our channel. So, here's the easy card. Now we're going to take this card and make it a stepped up version. You're going to love it. All the dimensions will be listed. See below the screen right here. You see creativmomentsbyg.com. Everything will be listed here. And all you have to do is click on my blog and it will list all the dimensions for you. So the first thing you'll need to do is take out a piece of paper that you like, whatever color you like, and cut you an A2 card. The A2 card is simply 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And then we have lots of little pieces here that we need to take out. We're going to punch some circles, right? And we're going to do some flowers. So the first thing that we need to go ahead and do is we are going to cut this so that we only have half of the flap. Now there's many ways to do this, but what I like to do is take out my trimmer. I go ahead and I score it, and we know we're just going to take half of this right here. Well, we know this is 5 1/2, right? So half of it is 2 3/4. So that's going to be the middle point. So we are just going to line that up, push it right against the edge right here, and then we're going to take our cutting blade and we are just going to cut to the center point, just like that. So we have it cut. Now I'm going to put it in. You can certainly cut this with the pair of scissors, but I like to go ahead, since I have my trimmer out, I'm going to go ahead and just line it up, and I'm just going to cut down to that point. And there we have it. See how easy that is? Super easy. Now, just to let you know the colors that we're working with today, we're working with all the purples. Purple blouse. Purple's my favorite color if you haven't guessed. So we're going to be working with Purple Posy, Gorgeous Grape, Blackberry Bliss, Garden Green, and Old Olive. Now, what we're going to do to step this up is we're going to put a piece of paper right here that we actually run through some dry embossing. But the first thing we need to do is go ahead and lay down our piece of paper right here. And I'm going to use our Kalel because we really like our Kalel. I just like the way, you know, it allows you to move it around. So go ahead and get that laid down. Fantastic. We see some people joining us. We really appreciate that. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I had a little dimension written right there. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. So here's our card, right? Now we need to bring in our big shot, and we are just going to run our piece of paper through this. Isn't that beautiful? This is Stampin' Up's embossing folder. We're just going to lay that in there, and we are going to lay it down, put a little extra in there, and get it going. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I have too many pieces. Okay, so we're going to lay it down. That has happened to me before. I don't have a big enough workspace, I guess. We're going to lay it down. Have you ever dropped things on the floor? Oh my goodness. So we're going to lay this down. Now we're just going to run it through. And oh my goodness, it embosses it so beautifully. Let me show you how pretty this is. Have you bought this? Have you bought this embossing folder? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's really the only embossing that we need to do, except for one of our circles we are going to emboss. And so I'm going to go ahead and punch that out right now, so that we have it. And then I'm going to just run it through the embossing. And then I think we're through with the embossing folder, so we can put it to the side. We have it right there. Go ahead, get this embossed. Okay. And look at that. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? So we have our two pieces that we need to emboss. We're going to go ahead and set this over to the side. And this is our stepped up version. I think you're really going to like it. Although I am very partial to that easy card that we designed. Okay, so now what we need to do is let's go ahead and get this laid down. See how it's going to work? Now notice we have a little strip right here, and that's okay because we wanted to bring in this color because we're actually going to cut out some leaves, And the leaves, one of the leaves is this color. So we wanted to kind of bring that in. So let's go ahead and get some glue on this. And wait till you see the magic begin. Oh, I love dry embossing. It adds so much, and you really didn't have to do much, right? Now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to bring in this, and I'm going to cut this off to 4 so that I have the right size that I need. And that way we don't have to cut it off later, right? So right there. Now we're just going to lay that down with some more wet glue, and we'll get the inside done, and then we'll move over to the front. And just put it right up against the bottom. Now, you should always use your silicone mat so you don't get glue on your table. And look at that. It's looking pretty. Okay. So now what we need to do is go ahead and stamp some flowers right here in the corner, right? So I am going to get the gorgeous grape. And where is my gorgeous grape? It is somewhere. I thought I had all my stamps out. There it is. I did. And let me show you the stamps that we're going to be using. Here we go. These are the stamp pads that we're going to be using. Gorgeous Grape. We may use this Pineapple Punch, Poppy Parade, and Garden Green. So let's go ahead and get our stamp inked up. Inked up really well. And we're going to hold this down because we want to make sure that we get all the color that we want. So we're going to ink it up some more, and I'm going to just hold it down. Hold it down really well because we want that color to be dark, right? Look at that. Now, you may want to put another one, or you may decide that you want some leaves there. Because that takes up a lot of the space, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. That way you still have plenty of room to write. And I'm going to close up this stamp pad because I don't want to get it on my fingers. Now we're going to move over to the front decoration. This is where we're going to punch out some circles. So we have this one punched out. Now we're going to punch out a background. This is going to be the circle that lays on the front of it. Okay. And remember, all the dimensions will be listed right there on creativemomentsbyg.com. So we have this one. Now we have this one, and of course we need a white one, right? Because we have a message that we're going to stamp. So this is a little smaller. And now, because I'm going to put some leaves and I'm going to put some flowers up here, I need to make sure that I stamp my message down closer to the bottom, because those flowers are going to cover it up, right? So we're going to ink this up really well. I'm going to make sure that I stay close to the bottom, center it, put it right there, and hold it down for good contact. Oh, don't you love that font? Oh my goodness, I love that font. So we're going to move this to the side. Let me get this out of the way. Doesn't look so messy. And we're going to bring back in our card. Now, we have these punched out circles, right? This is how it's going to go. We're going to layer them on dimensions, and then we have punched out using our Forever Ferns. Oh my goodness, don't you love those? We've punched out an old olive, garden green, and then of course Blackberry Bliss. And we are going to put those behind. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Now the first thing we have to do though is we cut some designer series paper so that we could put it right on the front, because that really adds color, don't you think? So let's go ahead and get that laid down. And this might take a little longer, but once you get everything cut out, it really doesn't take that long, but oh my goodness, it makes such a statement. And the recipient would just love it, right? Now, let's see if we can put this right here. Now remember, the trick to this is you want to just make sure that you put your dimensionals right here at the bottom because we want everything set up, but we don't want it to stick to this part. So go ahead and just put them at the very bottom, halfway. We're just going to create a triangle. And we're going to use our Take Your Pick tool and take the backing off. Okay, that's going to be our first one. We are going to make sure we get it just right. Okay, and see how they don't show? Okay, that's the easy one. Now on this one, decide which way you want your dry embossing to be. And I want it to match this one, so I'm going to turn it sideways. So really pay attention to the orientation that you've created when you dry embossed it. So knowing that, and knowing that I'm going to stick my leaves right there, this is a great tip. You really need to keep your dimensionals in the lower part so that you have a lot of room to stick them in, and right down here. So I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to just keep them down here. And I think I can put one down here because, of course, we're not going to have anything down there. We're going to use our Take Your Pick tool again. And don't you just love creating cards? I love it. It just right before your eyes, it starts to come alive. Oh, so pretty. Now on this one, we're going to go ahead and set it up on dimensionals too. Now we won't be putting anything behind it, so we can really secure it well. So, have you received your in colors and you've decided what's your favorite color yet? I'd love to know.
Patricia's is cinnamon cider.
Oh, cinnamon cider. And don't you love the name? Oh, I love the name too. It's kind of like gorgeous grape. Oh, I love that.
Teresa's is just jade.
Just jade. Oh, you guys picked beautiful flowers. I mean, beautiful colors. I love it. Okay, look at that. So here we go. Now we're going to bring in our leaves. They're right here. And we are going to put our leaves, just kind of place them, see where we want them. And then we'll go back in and we will cut them off if we need to, which I don't think we do. You know what? The trick is all about where you place your dimensionals, right? You've got to keep those dimensionals low so that you have more room to place them. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Nuvo pen, and I'm just going to come in and dot some glue on it because I like to leave the top part of it loose so that it kind of blows in the wind, right? That's what I like to do. So we're going to go ahead and just slip that right in there. And then I'm going to press it down. I like that. And then I'm going to come in with this one. Go ahead and get some glue on it. Okay. Wait till you see the end result of this. Oh, I think you're going to like it. We're going to slip it right behind. And we're just going to put it right there. And just attach it to that. Now we do have another one. That, oh, here he is. He hid. He's such a dark color. Now this one's going to go right in the front. So I'm going to just put a little bit of Nuvo dots right there on it. And the reason we love this silicone mat, right, is it just beads up and that just comes right off. So we're going to slip this right in. Just pick it up a little bit. Slip it right in. Look at that. Now, this goes over just a little bit. Not to worry. You can just snip it off or, you know, make sure that you slip it down a little bit further. Not to worry. Now, that by itself is pretty, isn't it? But remember I told you we were going to stamp some flowers, and we went ahead and we stamped our flowers. Here they are. Aren't they beautiful? So pretty. And we are just going to put them about right there. Oh my goodness. Now, that means you really only need to put some glue right here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on this so that I don't have to worry about where it's positioned. So I'm just going to use my wet glue, just put a little bit, and then I'm going to just get it right where I want it and push it down. Oh, look at that. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Do you like it? It is definitely a stepped up version. It's not that hard. We love this card. So here's the easy version. You stamp some flowers, you punch some circles. There you have it. Or the stepped up version. Whether you're watching us now or you're looking at the rebroadcast, which is your favorite? Let me know. Thank you so much for hopping on today and watching us make cards with Floral Essence. We love this stamp set. And remember, at the end of this video, we're going to put a link so you can hop on over to our other video that we made on Monday using Floral Essence. We had so much fun sharing our time with you today. Go out, be safe, be healthy, be creative in your crafting, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.